Hey everyone, I want to talk about compiling your AutoHotkey programs. Now, I've gotten a bunch of questions about this lately, and people just seem to be really confused over what the AutoHotkey compiler does. So what I'm going to do today is show you how you can compile your scripts and all of the little gotchas and tricks that you can do with your compiled scripts. So why would you want to compile your script? Well, let's say I've got my script for Guitar Pro here, which I've worked on for a while, and I wanted to give it to somebody else. Instead, I could take my script, compile it, and then send that person the EXE file. That way they could just run it on their computer and not have to have AutoHotkey installed and run the script. So it's very nice to do it that way if you want to send it to a bunch of people. So first, let me show you where you can go to find the compiler. If you go to your Program Files, AutoHotkey folder, there's this folder called Compiler. So let's click on it, and then it gives us this AHK to EXE file. This program is what's built into AutoHotkey that lets us compile our scripts. If you're familiar with a language like C or C++, you'll know that a compiler takes your code and then compresses and optimizes it deeply down into assembly code. It makes it very efficient. It optimizes all kinds of parts. But the AutoHotkey executable does not do that. Instead, what the AutoHotkey compiler is doing is taking your script and embedding AutoHotkey into your script. Every executable with AutoHotkey has AutoHotkey inside of it and then runs that script. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can know that. So if we go find your script, so I want to process my Guitar Pro script, send a destination, so we'll just call this compiled, whatever. And then let's put an icon on it for fun because I made these icons. Okay, so we'll convert, and it says conversion complete. So now if I go to my desktop, you'll see I have this compiled executable. Running the executable now is exactly like if we ran the gp5.ahk file as a AutoHotkey script, whether you have AutoHotkey installed or not. Now what I'm going to do is open it up in my editor in Visual Studio Code. You could do this with Notepad as well. Go ahead and open it with the text editor. If you're not familiar with executables, this is what you'll see. It's all ones and zeros, blah, blah, blah. But if I scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see this is my script. So this just shows you that this script that I wrote is now embedded within the executable that I'm now going to send to someone else. You'll notice, though, it is doing some interesting stuff. So number one, my comments aren't there. And my extra white space isn't there. So my spaces, my extra lines, it's like compressed down a little bit. It is not going to be entirely the original script. So what does this mean for you? If you're just sending your script to a friend and you don't really care, this isn't a problem at all. But if you had some kind of like mentality, if I want to hide my script from somebody for some reason, can't do that in AutoHotkey. It's just impossible. There is a way. It's literally on the thing itself, the AutoHotkey compiler. If you go to help, there is a method to nullify this particular method of getting the script. You'll see in this note, it says, while compressing the script executable prevents the casual inspection of the script source code using a plain text editor like Notepad, it does not prevent the source code from being extracted by tools dedicated to that purpose. Basically, what this is saying is that this mpress tool is going to turn this into binary. So you can't just do this, but it's still not changing the fundamental way that this is working. It's still going to be a source code that's jammed into the AutoHotkey. So anyway, let's go to the mirror link, and that pops up to something like this. And you can go ahead and download the mpress file. So now we have the zip file, and I can extract it. And it gives me this mpress exe. Wow, 2012. That's pretty cool. Let's not get distracted and take this file and then go over to Program Files, AutoHotkey, Compiler, and then bam, whack it in there. Now that you've done that, this checkbox is going to work now. So let's say I go through and say mpress compiled. We're going to compile this Guitar Pro file, the same file with mpress now. Let's do it. And then open it up into Visual Studio Code. I can put it side to side. Let's go scroll to the bottom. And you'll see that it's compressed. So it doesn't have the text in there anymore. if you are doing something that's very mission critical and for some reason you can't give the source code out, just don't make it in AutoHotkey. That's the moral of the story. Still, though, the whole AHK2EXE compiler thing is a really awesome technology, and it's another thing that makes AutoHotkey so cool. One thing that's cool about the AutoHotkey compiler is it's written in AutoHotkey. And if you know AutoHotkey, you can like read and understand what it's doing. I'm not going to go into it too much, but I have it downloaded here, and I can go ahead and drag it in and, look at it in VS Code, check out what it's doing. You can see the GUI menu is made with this. Here's the text that we saw earlier. Here's the big GUI. So it's doing all kinds of stuff. But yeah, if you're interested, I'll leave that in the description as well, so you can check that out. Maybe pick up a thing or two. If you like this video and you want to see more automation scripts and tutorials, check out my other videos. See ya.